Hi everyone, just a little bit of an introduction for today's video. I'm so excited to share this. I had the most lovely conversation with Alexander. He is incredible and he was also part of the same travel MLM as me. So we got on Zoom, we had a chat, he shared his story, and I'm going to share that now with you guys. Now, obviously, we need to give so much love because it's so brave for anyone to share the story and it helps so many other people. So thank you again so much for coming on and sharing your story. Everyone, make sure you give lots of love. And remember, if you aren't already, then make sure you subscribe and like the video. And yeah, here it goes. This is mine and Alex's little mini interview.
We literally got talking straight away and I forgot to record right away. So this is where the recording starts.
Yeah, because the contrast between the pro MLM and anti MLM is literally day and night. Like that thing I just sent you now, that was
I thought yeah.
Like who else would it be? Maybe my but I literally looked at all the comments on her page and it was all like, yes, queen, you go girl. It was very oddly enthusiastically positive.
Yeah.
But then when I shared that to the anti-MLM, I think it was MLM Lies Exposed on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
I got 20 comments and they were all the complete opposite. They're like, oh my God, how patronizing. What do you gain out of posting this? It doesn't make me want to sign up under you, all that kind of stuff. So it's quite funny how the difference between the two communities.
Yeah, and it's really weird as well, because I think if I look back at me in December last year, I would have seen that post and probably been one of them people being like, yeah, you're so inspiring, because that's what I was thought to believe. Now I look at it and I think, what a load of
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was you that said it, but people don't join these companies at the height of their success. It's always at the bottom of the success. So
how did you end up getting involved then?
Right. Okay. So I was living in London, working in London. So I'm a visual effects artist. So
wow.
In central London, and I was living just in the west of London. And then the pandemic hit. Actually, no, sorry. Before the pandemic, I was going on holiday. I have quite a lot of holidays that I go on per year. So I go on about 5 a year, normally, which is great. But those 5, I always stay in hostels or whatever. So I meet lots of cool people. So I have this
experience, isn't it?
Great amount of audience that I keep in touch with. And then I also have another job in London that's a tour guide. So I meet a lot of tourists that come to England. So you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was all good. Happy days. I was very happy for 2 or 3 years in London. And then the pandemic hit and then we had to work from home. And then they basically stopped filming and they stopped all the tours, obviously. So what happened? Yeah, so I was basically advised I was going to be made redundant in September of 2020.
Yeah.
And that was around June, July. So I was like, okay, it's not great, but they haven't filmed anything. So this is really bad for my industry, right? The visual effects industry.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So I was like, oh no. And then out of nowhere, in the exact same week or two, there's this girl that I met in Zante 10 years ago. She just messaged me out of nowhere. So I don't even know her name's she's my upline. Yeah, she's really cool. I'm not resentful to her at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so yeah, her name's and yeah, she's really cool. But I did meet her in Zante. Yeah. And that was 2012. And I haven't spoken to her since.
Oh, so it was oh.
So I thought, okay, she seems cool. She's messaging me about my work, and it just so happened to be, oh no, I've been announced that I'm going to be redundant in September. So that's about 2 months from now. That was in July. And then yeah, we just started talking, and I've been learning Spanish, and she lived in Spain for a while, so I was just speaking to her in Spanish. I was just trying to teach myself, and just being nice. And then she mentioned that she did this business, this travel business, and I was like, okay, cool. What is it? Do you want me to leave you a review or anything like that? And then she was just, yeah, she's making some commission back on her own travel, and she has her own back office and all that kind of stuff. So I thought, okay, tell me more. And then she was like, oh, if you want me to, I can add you to this Facebook page where they this
Facebook opportunity groups and
the agents will explain. At the time it was called Are You Ready for the Travel Boom? and that was
They keep changing
that
their
was
list.
that was in July 2020. And then since then, I was actually recently added to it. It was called Ready, Set, Travel. So it's the same group, but they've changed the name for some reason. I don't ask me why.
Probably because they've been waiting for the travel boom for a year now.
Probably, yeah. There is no travel boom. Like,
exactly.
I don't think there will be a travel boom. Like people may travel, but like they're not going to go to you as an independent travel agent, are they? Really? I think that because it's quite a lot of money. Like I know you said that your host seasons were quite expensive, right? But like they were wording it like, oh, you can set a cruise, like one cruise a year, and you'll make your money back. But like, who's going to hand over that kind of money to a friend? Like, I mean, you might trust me, but like really, it's quite a lot of money, and you're probably going to not do that.
Yeah, and since I've left, my mum, they go on like 10 holidays a year normally, and they actually have now admitted to me, they never booked through me, and they've admitted that it's because they said it's not that we didn't trust you, we didn't trust the company and we didn't want to tell you that.
Okay, yeah.
I think she said, well, they trusted me with like the travel lodge that was like £20, but they were like, we're not trusting you with our Mexico holiday that's a couple of £1,000 because
it's quite like a big deal, like because like if someone's on holiday and there are problems because of COVID, like you would be the person that they would message like and ask for help. But like if you have no experience in the travel agency or travel industry, like me, what on earth am I going to do? I think they worded it like, oh yeah, well we have a 24-hour 24/7 like support team that you could message, and it's that £32 that you pay a month is covered. It's going to cover that.
The way they word it, like they try and make out that you've got like this amazing cover, don't they? And that you're not going to be liable for anything. But then on calls, that's like, oh, if you make a mistake on TUI, then you're liable for it and you've got to pay for it. And if the host seasons goes wrong and we get it taken off us again, then you're liable for it. So I was like, hang on. Like,
yeah, people are going to want help and stuff like that. But anyway, so I got added to this Facebook group. It was called Are You Ready for the Travel Boom? And I was tagged in some videos.
Yeah.
And the first video, there were two videos. One was and it was like an intro video, like, hey, here's 10 minutes of me talking about how this is so great. And then I was tagged in another video that was like, meet the agents. You probably had the exact same one. Yep. And my upline, she said, if you don't want to look at the whole thing, just look at this timestamp, 001 and 4:10 and 16:20. So she was giving me like a list of agents, and all the other comments in that Facebook video of the second one was the same. It was people like tagging their friends on these specific timestamps. So and I sent you recently, like I told you about the Planet Exposed.
Yeah,
the group.
Yeah, I've joined
on that. I saw that somewhere like hidden in there. That you can copy and paste these timestamps for like
male names and male names.
These are all these people that have their own stories about how great this opportunity is. So all the comments said that. So I was like, okay, okay, this must be just what they do. So I watched it, the whole thing, 20 minutes, and it hooked me. Yeah. And they were like, wow, yeah, I mean, I'm a mother with 2 kids and I can go on Disneyland holidays like twice a year and I get money back from that and all that. And I thought, oh, that sounds good. You have no job, but you can still make money. And I was soon to lose my job. And I thought, well, I'm such a good traveler. Like I go on holiday on my own and I meet people and I'm quite outgoing and quite friendly. I was like, this could be good. This sounds so amazing. Like I was sold, like you were sold, I think So I was
the same. As soon as I saw those videos on that group and I thought, wow, look at these people doing that. I could do that as well. And like,
it sounds so easy. Like these people have like, they don't seem like particularly special. They seem to be able to do this. And they're what, 5 figures a month. I was like, wow, that sounds good. Maybe I'll give it a go. See how bad it could be.
Yeah, and they kind of sell it like, oh, you've got nothing to lose because there's this guarantees. But
yeah, it's a 30-day guarantee, and a 12-month guarantee. But that 12-month guarantee is worthless. I guess you've looked at it, but basically, like you have to sell a cruise to qualify, or some
sold a cruise, or like it says that you've had to have done a non-refundable cruise or vacation package that's been completed. Well, no one in the past year is going to have been able to do that. So what about them? And no one, I don't know about you, no one told me when I joined that if I didn't order business cards within 30 days.
I mean, like, the business cards are another expense on top. Like, I didn't even look at it, to be honest, but I think it was like £20 for like a wad, maybe. Like, that's not that cheap. Like,
No.
really, why isn't it free?
That's what I thought, because I mean, they sell it like you get everything included, don't you? It's a business in a box.
Yeah, like, I actually had this theory. I had this theory that if Intele travel was free completely, and that you learned on your own time and you sold the holidays and you paid them a commission, just like on eBay. So eBay, it's free, right? You just do it, and then if you make money, you give some. If that was the case for Intele travel, I think it would actually be okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, because you would make, you could chip away at it in your spare time and make some money back, you know. Because if you're spending £32 a month, to break even is £400 a month. Like, to sell, that is still a lot of effort.
Yeah.
So all of that, like, I feel like Intele travel would be okay if it was free.
Yeah, I do as well. That's the thing I don't get. Like, what does the monthly fee actually pay for? I don't understand that, because now that I've got my other business, I know a website isn't that much. Like,
yeah, like £32 is quite a lot, actually. Like, they worded it like, oh yeah, you get your own IATA number, but like, and that normally is worth like £8,000, so you're getting it for pennies, right? But they don't tell you that it's not your number, it's just access to their number. So that's kind of misleading a little bit. Very
misleading. I thought that, because I thought it's like we're piggybacking on their number, isn't it? Like, and everybody has the same login for like TUI and stuff. You all log in through the same thing, so it's not your thing at all.
And like, the Intele travel website itself is full of spelling mistakes. Like, I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah.
Like, this is a red flag. Like, at the time, I just pretended not to see it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's like the multiple choice questions that we had to answer that were so easy, by the way. Like, anyone could do this. There was spelling mistakes, punctuation. Like, it just felt wrong. But even so, I didn't pick up on it.
No. When you've got like rose tinted glasses, you just.
Yeah. So anyway, so my friend tagged me in those videos, and then she tagged me in the one from a guy called, and he was showing us how to use a booking system. She was like, oh yeah, this is so easy. It's just like booking.com. You just type in your holiday in Maldives, and then look, here's the holiday, the same one on booking.com. It's the same price, a bit cheaper actually. Here's how you book it. Boom, so easy. So I watched that for 20 minutes, and I was like, oh yeah, that sounds easy.
Yeah.
So I said to my upline, okay, all right, I'm out of a job. I know I'm not going to make a lot of money straight away, because you have to put in effort and eventually it will work out, but I'm happy to give it a go and see what happens. And so she was like, okay, great. I'm going to add you into this freeway chat on WhatsApp. Yeah, same. I think this is a common thing.
Because then their upline does all the talking, and they sort of learn from them, and they go, oh yeah, add them to a three-way chat because they've got a success story.
Yeah, so she added me to this freeway chat with this girl. You might know her. She's I don't think she's her upline, but I think she's like possibly the grandmother upline.
Yeah,
so
the
one
director upline.
Oh yeah. So her name is
Yes, I know of her. Yeah.
So she seems really nice. But of course she would seem nice. And she so they basically both wrote on this group chat, and they're like, hey, do you want to have a little like WhatsApp, sorry, not WhatsApp, Zoom call like this, and just chat about it, and let's talk about this business. They always talk about this business, and they never mention it by name.
Nope.
That's another red flag, but I just ignored it. They sent me voice messages about how easy it is and how great it is. And then they also sent me about the network marketing, which I didn't really understand. Like, I'd never heard of a multi-level marketing company before.
Right.
I never heard of a pyramid scheme. And they were just like, oh yeah, well, if you want to do this side of the business, you can. It's optional, but if you want to, it can unlock this residual income in this matrix, and you can actually get a willable income, which will go to your kids when you die. But that's all optional. But if you want to do it, you can do it. So I was like, okay, that sounds amazing. Like, wait, a residual income. So every month I get paid for doing nothing. And she was like, yeah, I was in the gym the other day, and I realized that my 1-star director status actually entitles me to £700 or something a month every month. And I was so happy I cried. So she was like just telling me about how great it was. So I thought, okay, yeah, I mean, I probably won't do that straight away, but I'm happy to do the travel thing. And then maybe as I grow to understand it more, I might do this other thing, which could be willable.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, sign me up. So I'll pay for it. So yeah, I did. And my upline, she sent me the Planet marketing like link with her name in it. So obviously that's how she gets her commission.
Yeah.
But then like since then I have discovered that you can't, well, I don't know who said it, maybe it was you, but someone said that you can't sign up to Intele Travel anymore. I think that they're full.
Doesn't make sense. Yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
James Ferreira, the guy that owns Intele Travel, says that they've got enough agents so you can't sign up through the Intele Travel website anymore. So you've got to sign up through a rep. Well, the only reason you've got to sign up, if you've got to sign up through a rep, then that's just
doesn't make any sense. So I can join this like pyramid, but I can't just give you money and just do my own thing. I have to be part of this team. Like, no. So anyway, so I paid for it. I joined, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm so excited for you," which they would say it's nice. But I thought, okay, cool.
When you joined,
I was still in my old job at the time. I was working from home, so I was like, okay, I can just like put on like the background learning videos, and I can learn how to do this travel business like whilst I'm getting paid to do my main job. I thought, okay, that sounds so good. And then so yeah, they sent me to this link to obviously do all the training on the website. And the website, again, like I said, it was full of spelling mistakes, and I got loads of emails from Intele Travel, but they were all going into my spam. Like there's that issue as well. Like the actual email itself was like a bunch of numbers at some stuff, Intele Travel US or something. It was like a dodgy looking like thing.
Not on my
team. The email provider told me that it was spam, so I had to like go on and like unblock Intele Travel so that it would come into my actual inbox, because I didn't want to miss anything. It's my business after all, right? So yeah, so there's that. And so yeah, I did some training and really easy stuff, and the GDPR was maybe the hardest thing, and it was kind of handy to know. But then I was added into this like Telegram like group,
like a chat,
so like a WhatsApp group chat, but like it's on Telegram for some reason. And it was called the TPL. So I think yours was.
Yes, I used to be part of TPL, Travelpreneur Lifestyle.
So I was part of this group on my Telegram, and there was like 200 people on there. It was going off like every 10 minutes. So I did actually mute it on the first day. So yeah, I was like, who are all these people? Like, I thought this was my own business, right? Why am I joining this? And my upline was really nice. She was like, hey guys, this is Alex, give me a welcome, and I got like 15 messages from other people saying, hey, big welcome, big congratulations, all that kind of stuff, which seems very scripted. Like, it seemed like it was what they're told to do. But I thought, oh, you know what, these people are nice, well, they seem nice. Maybe this is not a scam. Like, maybe this is like quite good. So then, I did the training, and I passed, quite easily. Like, it was ridiculously easy. I think some of the questions were like stupid. They were like, oh, what do you do if a customer wants their money back? And one of the choices was tell them they can't have it. And then I think the other one was like, report it to the customer service team. So it's kind of like, you can work out.
Like common sense, aren't they?
Yeah. And I've heard people say that, some people just give all the answers to those things. But anyway, even with this, I passed. And then my upline was like, okay, do you want to like make an announcement post on Facebook, right? On Instagram, so that people can like it and find out. And this is the exciting part, because this part is where you tell all your friends that you're doing this new amazing thing. So I put so I went onto Facebook, and I made like a little Facebook page. So I called it AJH Travels. That was like my page. And I spent ages like doing a Photoshop like little logo for the for my thing, and I put a little picture of me traveling. So I made it look like an official like travel agency like website, but obviously it was on Facebook. So I did that. I showed the two girls, and and they looked at it and said, "Yep, this is great. Just maybe change this here." They were quite helpful in making that kind of work. And then they were like, "Yeah, I think you can do it now. It's compliant. You're not mentioning Intele Travel anywhere in there." But like, again, that's a red flag. Like, why can't I mention the company name? Like, that's like going back to eBay. Like, if you're using eBay, you probably would mention somewhere the word eBay, but apparently you're not allowed to mention Intele Travel anywhere. No. So I made the announcement, and all my friends liked it. Obviously, they all liked the page. So I got about 150 likes on that page. And I thought, okay, this is what I'm going to use to share the deals that I see on Kentucky, Host Seasons, Trafalgar, all those kind of package supplier things. So yeah, I thought, okay, this is okay. And then, once I made that, I actually asked him, I was like, okay, what do I have out of this? Like, what happens if my Facebook shuts down, or what happens if Intele Travel go bust? And it was just, the answers were all just very vague. They were just like, oh yeah, I mean, you have your network, you have a circle of people that trust you and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I'll put some time in and I'll start learning. So I was watching these webinars, and each webinar was just like a tutorial on how to use their website. So it's not that helpful really. Right. But they were long. They were like an hour, 90 minutes long. Like it was very long, and I was like, do I have to sit here for the whole time? But yeah, it's I just did that for a bit, and I only really cared about Kentucky because that's the kind of thing that I would do myself. Yeah. So like you said, I think in one of your videos that TUI was the main reason why you joined. Yeah. Because you knew that your family were going to use TUI. Yeah. And it was a kick in the teeth when actually the commission was it was more expensive through you than through the website.
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
Yeah, so that's a bit annoying. But so similar to you, I told you earlier, I had a lot of a network of friends, tourists that I meet all the time. Yeah. And I have loads of friends on my Facebook that I met traveling, and I thought, okay, this could be good. They could be really helpful. I could book their travels and stuff like that. And then I found out that it's only valid for UK citizens. So that's already cutting down my circle considerably. So that was okay, what am I gonna who am I gonna sell to now? But yes, I have some friends in the UK, but most of my kind of people on Instagram, active friends and stuff, are from Europe or America or Australia. So how can I book their travel? I can't, basically.
Yeah, you can't. And they don't tell you that, do they? It's like, oh yeah, you can book anything. No. Yeah,
so that was a bit of a kick in the teeth. Why? Okay, so I stick with it anyway, but that's already a bit of a and then I soon found out that no one really was booking holidays in the pandemic. But it was okay, so this was September when I was let go from my job. I started then putting time into this. I thought, okay, I'm paying rent in London, I got nothing to do, just sitting in my room all day. I might as well learn these suppliers, and then get ready for the travel boom when it comes, so that in January or whatever, I can sell to my friends. So I posted deals and stuff like that. I copied and pasted from the Olympic holidays and from Red Sea holidays, all those kind of suppliers. Posted them on my page. I got a few likes occasionally, but only from other Intele Travel people and the odd friend, but they weren't interested. They were just being nice, right? So yeah, and I sold nothing, and I did it from September 2020 until January, or maybe December. Yeah, I think it was January actually. So New Year. So I think you finished at New Year. I think you said.
Yeah, just after January. Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably around the same time that I finished. But you might remember there was this holiday to help out.
Yes.
Yeah. That. Well, what on earth was that? It sounded really good, but I had no luck, obviously.
Well, I had a customer book through that, and it was with Olympic, and I put the booking through on, so the holiday to help out thing was running out on the Monday, and they wanted to book it on the Sunday, so I put the booking through. But this is another thing that drew me over the edge. So I didn't realise, so I'd booked it, told my customers that, but because it's third party thing and you don't take the payment, I had to then wait for Olympic to accept it. So they didn't accept it until the Monday morning when the £60 per person offer wasn't there anymore. So the holiday went up 120 quid.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
they advertised it,
Yeah.
but they didn't actually accept it. And then
Quote everything. My customers had the quote on the Sunday. They confirmed the thing on the Sunday. I had all the paperwork and everything. I had the thing saying, yeah, confirmation, you'll get this email through. But because no one went and manually accepted it till Monday, so I asked them what they would do. And they told me, looking back now, I shouldn't have said yes, but I couldn't deal with the stress. I was like ready to leave anyway. They said to me, well, what we'll do is we'll pay £60 off our side, and then you'll have to take £60 off your commission. I was like, I'm lucky to ever get £60 commission. And
right,
thought,
yeah.
Yeah.
The,
and I just
the
thought,
average commission is like 20 quid, right?
yeah, exactly. So I just thought, no, this isn't worth it. Like, it's causing me stress now because I've got to explain to my customers that those details were all wrong and I've got to change them all over. And I thought, what am I actually getting from this apart from stress?
Yeah, so that leads me on to my next kind of thing. I had no luck, obviously, but I did have one guy message me from where I live, and he said, "Hey, how are you doing? I noticed that you did this now, and I'm looking at going to Disneyland Paris with my wife and 2 kids next November, like maybe 21 November, so this November." And I said, "Okay, great." And I was like just explaining about Paris because Paris is like my passion. I have this tattoo, if you want to see it. It's my.
Oh wow!
It's how much I love Paris. So I was like, wow, okay. I know I've been 4 times. I love the city. So I gave him tips and tricks on the metro and all that, and it was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And then he said, okay, cool. I want a Eurostar and I want a hotel in Disneyland, like not in Paris, but like in the site. And also I want Disneyland tickets. So I had no idea what to do because I looked at the suppliers that would sell this, and I think Major, they do Disneyland US, but they don't do Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
So already I can forget about them. I think Rail Bookers, they don't do tickets, or I can't remember exactly, but they did one of the things, or they don't do hotels. And I think a company called Legia, like the coach company, I think they do coaches to Disneyland, but not Eurostar. So I was thinking, how on earth am I going to do this? So I ended up asking people on this amazing team that we had, this TPI. I went on the Facebook support group and the Telegram, and I basically said, hey, I have this customer and he wants 4 people at Disneyland. Can anyone like kind of advise me on what to do? Because I have no idea, like none of the suppliers do this. And yes, I can book the hotel in the back office quite easily, but like the Eurostar, I have no idea how to do. And the tickets for Disneyland, I have no idea what to do. Can you help me? And everyone basically ignored me.
Yeah.
So like this amazing team that they weren't overly helpful at all. So I eventually found someone said to me, okay, you can book the tickets through Do Something Different. And you can book the Eurostar on the back office, but you have to go to the flights and change the flights from London to London St. Pancras. And you have to go to Lille, which is in France.
Yeah.
So you have to like put the search thing as Lille. I think it's Lille, Europe. And then you have to get like this transfer to Paris, which is obviously an hour extra on the train.
Yeah.
And of course, Paris, there's a place called Gare du Nord, which is like the main like center of Paris, which is where I would go to if I want to go on holiday. But there's also another stop in Disneyland Paris, which is about like, 10 kilometers outside of the city center called Chessy, right? So it's a different station. And it was just like so confusing. Like, how on earth am I going to book this? Like, I want 4 people to go from London St. Pancras to Disneyland Paris direct. I don't care how much it costs. I just want to know like how to do it. And it just did not like, it was so expensive. There were very few dates and they only went to Lille. And I had to like think, okay, how am I going to get them to from Lille to Paris? Do I have to like book another flight like on the thing, or do I go on Rail Bookers? And all of this was so much stress, and it's just not worth it.
No.
Like I don't know one thing. I have no experience in the industry, right? I mean, I know Paris and I like it from a tourist point of view, but I don't know about it from a travel agent point of view, do I? So there's that, and the guy didn't even book for me anyway. So I didn't even make that, and if even if he did book it, it would have been for November. So I'll be waiting until this Christmas till I get the 30 quid commission.
Exactly.
Like I just it just wasn't worth it. But it kind of revealed to me that the team weren't as focused on selling travel, and they're more focused on other stuff, because like they would have jumped at the opportunity to help someone out for such a big booking like that. I thought,
Yeah, exactly, because it just doesn't make sense. Like, there is hardly any focus on travel at all, and if they actually had a look into how much travel is being booked compared to how much money is being made from recruiting people, it would have been
like you said that the profits are so low on the travel and okay on the recruiting.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it was just like, it just kind of took the fun out of it for me, because like I like when I go traveling, I like to kind of explore and like book whatever's cheapest. And okay, Tuesday's a bit more expensive than Wednesday, so I can plan to go on Wednesday, do my own thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to like book for someone else when it's going to be like, how do I know what they want? And obviously, the cheaper I get it, the less commission I get anyway. So it doesn't work in my favor to save their money. But at the same time, that's like, it's my friends or my family. I'm trying to do that. So the whole thing just took the fun out of it for me.
And me. And did you find that people would like ask you for price comparisons or?
I didn't, because I didn't get any interest other than this one guy. But I can imagine, yes, if someone did say they wanted the price comparison, I would go on my back office and hope that it is cheaper, because if it's not, then it's kind of embarrassing to say.
Yeah. And I had
and also, yeah, so with this guy, he didn't book the Paris trip, but I was thinking, okay, how do I book this anyway? So I've got to do something different, and I got the Eurostar and all that. I had to wait 24 hours to like between each one, because I didn't want it to be like a package.
Oh yeah.
So I ended up telling him, okay, I will book the hotel and I will book your tickets for Disneyland, but the actual Eurostar, you're probably better just doing it yourself. Like that's literally what it was. It was cheaper for him to book it just on the Eurostar.com than it is for me to go into my back office, check the flights, and try and and obviously this is very confusing as well. Like, what if he gets lost?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we're talking like, I mean, I know how to travel, but not families with kids. And there's loads of like pickpockets and stuff like that in Paris. Like, you don't want to send families with kids on metro trains, like to get you don't want to do that. So there was that element of like, why am I doing this? It's not in my favor to learn how to do this.
No. So
yeah, I eventually gave it up. But I said to my upline, I sent this long message about how much I wasn't really enjoying it. I thought, okay, it's taking the fun out of it. It's not really worth it, even in a pandemic. No one's traveling. But sorry, even if there was no pandemic, it still wouldn't like. And she sent me this really long message back. It was quite nice. It wasn't like aggressive, but it was just like, oh, hey, you haven't really spent too much time yet, so just keep with it. If you sell this Paris trip, it'll get you over the kind of threshold, and it will build up. Trust me. You're looking for a job, you're looking to get rid of your room, so you've got this added stress, so you're looking at everything negatively. So I would recommend just staying with this. Once you sell your room, because I want to move back home, once you get a job, and then you get that booking for Paris, things will it will pick up. And have you considered like buying business cards, and have you considered like doing stuff and
more money in?
Yeah, more expenses, yeah. So I thought, you know what? Okay, I'll stick with it for a bit longer. And then I ended up getting rid of my room. So I came back to my parents' house, which is now where I am. And then I got offered a job. So yeah, so I did that. And I thought, you know what? I'm at home now. I'm not paying rent. I'm earning way more than my old job. I could stick with this for a little bit, the travel, but I just didn't bother. Like my upline would send me links to these like travel training stuff on Zoom.
Oh yes, with the
ambassadors, yeah. And I went to one of them. I think it was a New Year, like this big kind of speech. It's like you do not want to miss this. I don't know what it was. Just like literally a motivational speech. It's like, okay, this year you've got this. Yeah, this year is the end of coronavirus. You can like
trying to lock you in for another year, basically.
yeah, it was like, you know, it was just like this female kind of, you know, empowering thing.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, another thing, they're all kind of girls. Like
Yeah,
a very high percentage of these people were girls.
that's why I bet they tagged you in, obviously male, which
Yeah. So like, I, I had no idea. Like I thought this was a good thing. Like,
yeah,
okay, normally there's too many guys, right? So I can meet girls, but it just was another red flag that obviously we now know that people prey on single mums
yeah,
and people at home. So that's why there are so many females. But yeah, so those Zoom calls were just like, yeah, it was just like, I just couldn't be bothered. I was like, you know, I was wasting like 45 minutes of my
yeah.
Sunday.
You can like come off it and think, hang on, did I actually learn anything on that, or did I just get moaned at for?
Yeah,
Oh,
I was just, yeah, I was just like, and I was reading all the comments, and the comments from the other people on the Zoom thing were like, yes, you guys are amazing. You absolute legend, Haley, because I think Haley said that she was selling like some Egypt tours in the swimming pool of her hotel. So she was
I
making money
remember
that
that.
way.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
my activities around the pool. I
yeah.
remember.
Yeah, and I think she was allowed to do that. But then all the comments were like, "Oh my god, you absolute legend! You know, you're so amazing." Like, are we supposed to worship this woman?
That's it. It sort of
Um,
is like the ambassadors and the directors are like these gods, and everyone worships them.
yeah, it's very strange. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, so there's another person wanted to buy like a a activity of me.
Oh yeah,
So I recommended to my friend in Budapest, because I think there was no travel ban at the time. You want to buy a pub crawl ticket. So like when you are a tourist and you basically pay £15 and you can go to like 5 bars and clubs, meet some cool people and have a good night out on
yeah,
your own, but with people. So that's actually what I do in London as a separate thing. So that's kind of cool. But then so I thought, okay, if someone wants to book this through me, this activity on Viator, was it?
yeah.
How do I do this? So again, I spent ages looking into how to book activities, and I asked my director upline, how do I do it? And she said she'd never actually booked an activity before, but I imagine it's just the same as the hotel. So I was like, oh, okay, but that doesn't help because I haven't booked anything. So I have like, okay, I know there's the credit card form I got to fill in, but what do I do? Like, what do I partially fill it in and then email it to the guy? And do I expect him to put his card details in and send it back to me for the sake of £15, which would be less than £1.50 commission? And also I wouldn't get that commission because it has to be a minimum of £5,
Yeah.
I think. So like there was that as well. I spent ages looking into this thing that I didn't even sell, but like I needed to know because it would have been very embarrassing if my friend comes to me and says, okay, I will buy this pub crawl through you, when it's probably cheaper just to buy it on the website of the pub crawl rather than Viator, which I don't think was very popular. I think I Googled Viator, and I think a lot of people said that the activities on there are just way more expensive than other ticket master type websites.
I found that, yeah, they were a bit more expensive. Like when I went to Corfu, I booked some activities and they were cheaper than what the hotel were offering me, but they were more expensive than when we went directly to the boat, like when we went on a boat.
Okay. So yeah, it's better just to not do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, there's another thing that I kind of like wondered, like, because obviously you were quite successful, right? You say you had like, you sold stuff and you had money.
Yeah. Say I probably sold about, well, I had completed bookings probably about 10 or 12, and I had a team as well.
Okay, but so you did it for what, 15 months, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that this is still going to be a thing in 20 years time?
No. I think it's already on a decline. So one thing that I became really obsessed with last year was the numbers. So you can actually go on Planet Now, and at the start of every month, they have to disclose the amount of ITAs. So you can see how many there are in the UK and how many there are in like the rest of the world and stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember sort of pre-pandemic, so when I sort of like December 2019, we only had about 4,000 agents. And then in like the January, it went up to about 5,000. Then February, it went up by another 1,000. And it was going up and up. and it got to about 10,000 in about August. No, just before pandemic, I think last year. And they're still on. They've never hit that 11,000. They're still only 10,000 and something, which means it's not grown since last August.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Yeah.
And lots of people have left, because I left and took 25 people left with me. Someone else in our team left and took 70 people with her. So I know there were a lot of people going. So to me, I think that pyramid's imploding.
It's crumbling, right? Because you're leaving, someone else is coming in, but it's like it's never the same people, obviously.
No. The bottom row is forever changing, and it's at one point they're gonna have used up everyone on the bottom row, and it's just gonna crumble. And before that, I think they'll all move to another company.
Right, but that's like not like it's not good news to like switch companies, because like you're telling people, okay, I didn't have any success in this network marketing company, but I joined another, and
I don't get that when people go, oh yeah, I failed in 3 companies, but I've been successful in this one. But I'm like,
but then like that message I just sent you now with the woman saying, oh, if you date someone, if you go on a bad date, do you stop dating forever, or do you like just move on and find someone else? I was like, well, can you imagine going on like 8 different network marketing companies and hating them all, and then finding one that you love? Like, that's not going to happen. But yeah, so like if this is not going to be around in 25 years time, then what are these people doing now?
Exactly.
Like, you can get, okay, what, 3 grand, 4, okay, let's say 10 grand a year. That's not that much. Like, your job would pay more than that. So if you're going to spend 25 years of your life getting 10 grand a year, and then you leave, you can't put that on your CV because it doesn't, look that impressive. You can't get a mortgage from the bank.
Nope.
So like, I kind of feel like it's not like, it's kind of a waste of time.
That's like, what I thought. Yeah. And when you realize actually you don't actually get these credentials that they tell you do, when you leave, you get nothing. Like, so
yeah. And so this willable income, if you die, does it actually go to your kid, or like, does your kid have to be a director for that to like, if you like if you give them this debt, kind of like almost like this legal obligation that they have to be in this pyramid to actually earn that that willable income. Like, I don't know,
something just doesn't, with the whole willable income thing. So the CEO, this is his 3rd or 4th network marketing company in the past 10 years. So he's getting,
it's a different company. Yeah. Like, so are they going to pay you that?
He's hit the 5-year now with this one, and it's where it starting to crumble now. So I think there'll be another company pop up soon, and what's going to happen to the willable income then? No one's going to get it.
Of course, yeah. And all these people at the top of this pyramid, if it crumbles and they move to another one, are they going to be at the top? I assume so.
Yeah.
Because I spoke to one of my friends, that's a normal friend, and she's got a mutual friend with Marcella Birch. So I thought, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna ask, how do you know this girl? And she said that she knows her through network marketing. And I said, okay, yeah, I joined a network marketing team, and she was like the leader of it, a pyramid scheme, Intele Travel. And then my friend was like, oh no, not mine. Mine's a FM World. So basically, I don't know if you know anything about it, but that's another.
I do.
That's another notorious, probably not as bad as Intele Travel, but still pretty bad. So obviously that means that Marcella is up in at least 2 different pyramids.
Yeah, she's also coaching. I saw her doing a coaching video for another company as well. I think it was TS Life or something. So that would be 3 different ones, and then she charges people for coaching as well. Like,
and she's not a normal person. Like, I'm sure she's very successful, but she's not like you and I.
No.
So you have to factor in her experience and her 2 years ago. The fact that she was there 2 years ago is a big factor when you consider her success. And also, I think she's dating one of the guys.
He was with.
Yeah, so that makes it worse, because that's not 2 successful people separately. That's 2 people that are very clearly linked, that are in the same team. Both, like, one of them's 5-star director, the other one's like 2-star or something, quite high up. Like that just makes it even worse for me. I mean,
Same with 4-star director, her partner, who has never ever done anything to do with this business.
So I've heard.
This business, I said it.
this business, yeah.
Her partner is a 3-star director.
Okay, and he doesn't know anything
She's done
about.
it for him. She's built him up. So they've both got 2 6-figure incomes coming from this. And
Okay. Yeah, that's a bit dodgy. And also there's another one as well that was arrested a few years ago in yeah, like I looked at it, like I googled it, and I just googled her name, Laura, or I think she changed her name actually now.
Changed it a few times, yeah.
But yeah, like it's a scamming tourists in Spain. So it's a bit different, but it's still very similar to what she's doing.
Yeah, why would you want somebody that scammed the travel industry to work for the travel industry? It doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, and she was like giving these like 6 a.m. like Zoom calls about how to recruit people, and they give you scripts which are in that group on Facebook that I sent you. I looked at them and I looked at those lines and they were exactly the same as my upline. Like it was just like, okay, what do you say if someone says, oh, it's a pyramid scheme? And you have to say, okay, well, you know, isn't a regular job a pyramid scheme?
Yeah.
It's like it's not that. There's like one major difference, and the fact that it's a pyramid scheme, the money all goes up, but in a normal job, the money all goes down. So it's like it's completely opposite. Like there's no way it's a specific type of fraud.
No,
you can't just like compare that.
No,
but yeah, there's just so much of that stuff going on.
There is.
It's really good to see. Like I think you're the only person I've actually seen on YouTube that has actually like said a lot about this, like in terms of like how much you earned and stuff. And I know there's a lot of like regular kind of anti-MLM stuff, but I don't know about Intele Chapter. I haven't seen much, so that's why yours was quite fascinating. Miss Sponley wrote. She had like a decent. I think she had 4 videos. I watched them; they were quite good.
Yeah, I love Miss Sponley and Laura dos Santos. She's got some really good videos as well.
Yeah, I watched her. Was it Uncovered? There was some.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that's her or not, but I watched that. That was a good hour of the same stuff that we're talking about now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I just don't understand how, because some people I admit like probably are a bit naive like myself. I didn't really understand it. Even when I was getting the money from recruitment, I was, because of the way that it was told to me that, oh yeah, it's just a thank you from the company, like, you know, like it was a good thing, rather than the whole thing was just so deceitful. And I don't know how those people can sleep at night knowing that, like, for example, the director upline who said to you that she started crying at the gym because she's got guaranteed £700 every month. Yeah, but she's got that at the expense of 100 people below her, not earning anything and paying a minimum of £32 a month.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it just
it was just but yeah, no, I ended up, so I left, and then you know those Facebook groups that they added me in?
Yeah.
Like I literally got removed from all of them.
Did
like,
you?
Yeah, and there's a lot of them. It wasn't just welcome to the travel boom. There was like that one, there was a support page, there was a training like unit page, there was like, you know, all these like major loves in teletravel, and there was like 10, let's say, Facebook groups that I had to request to be a part of, and there was like what 30,000 people in each group. And then I left, so I canceled, and they gave me they canceled my stuff. That was all good, but then like I left all of these groups, like I think I was blocked from them. So it was kind of like, well, why? Like,
you've not done anything wrong.
I've just spent like 400 quid. Can I at least have access to these like Facebook groups just in case I do want to like start again, and like I want to learn, like maybe can I just see it? But so obviously a human being has gone through and actively removed these names from their pages. So I was like, what are they trying to hide?
Well, before I'd even cancelled my upline, I was an admin of all the groups, right? So I used to be in those groups, and then we branched off to this palm trees paychecks, and I was an admin of the groups. And like you say, there was 4 groups for this one as well. So when I said I'm going to leave, I hadn't even cancelled my membership. I was kicked out of every group. I was kicked out of the WhatsApp chats, the Telegram chats. We were supposed to be going to Malta as like a team trip. I was kicked out of that. I said, hang on, I've not even, I messaged my upline. I'm going to share this on a video one day. But I messaged her and I said, like, I haven't even left yet. Thanks for showing me I've done the right thing. I said, I've not even cancelled my membership and you've kicked me out of all the groups. And like, cut contact with me. Bear in mind, I know her as well. She lives around the corner, so I know her in real life.
So
And
that makes it worse.
yeah, like when
Like
I
you
see
her
her,
in the
I'm like,
supermarket.
I'm scared if I'm going to see her. But yeah, I just thought I haven't even left. Like I was going to potentially, I could have kept the travel side on, you know, for my own travel, or might have wanted to come back in the future. But that to me, I was like, that's a red flag. You've kicked me out of everything straight away. And it was because they knew I'd been asking questions, like things weren't adding up to me, why my commissions weren't right and stuff. And I think they saw that I was asking questions, and that was it. They were like, get rid.
Yeah, like it happens. Like I've read a lot of the reviews as well, and a lot of the reviews say, "Oh yeah, I messaged the group, and it was a very nice kind of message, but it was like questioning something, and it got deleted and blocked from that group." So it's like that would never happen in a normal company.
No.
Like for instance, that I sent you a message with the screenshot of what I said to someone. So some girl, some Intele Travel Hun, she wrote, "Oh, if you don't let someone who gave up on their dreams convince you to stop your dreams," or something like that. Some like thing. And I wrote on it. It was a bit random, I admit. Like I'd never spoken to this girl before, but I did write, yeah, unless it's a MLM, in which case do some research. She responded, as you saw, very negatively.
Defensive, wasn't it?
And then I was like, she blocked me straight away, pretty much. And then like 24 hours later, my upline, like this was like 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, it was quite recently, like long after I left. My upline messaged me telling me off, basically saying, "Oh, I've been made aware that you said some negative stuff on this girl's, on a member of the team's Instagram." Like, and then like, so I was obviously she's told this team, and how she's traced her back to my upline, because my upline wasn't following this girl. So obviously there's a group chat or something.
They've been on a trail to find out who your upline was, haven't they?
Yeah, so obviously they must know that there's a team. And then like there's a girl called who's right at the top. I was following her, and I was looking at all her stories because she posts like same stuff as this other girl. And then I noticed on that same day I was removed as a follower. So she didn't block me or unfollow me. She removed me from her. So she's actively gone and done this.
It's just weird.
So based on what I said to this other girl, which was just do some research, it wasn't anything like negative. And she was like, "Yeah, don't raise negative awareness on my post." But I was like, well, negative awareness is still awareness.
Still awareness, yeah. That's
like
not denying that things happen because they're negative.
Yeah, murder is illegal, but it still happens, right? You still like it. So yeah, so I was obviously removed from all the groups, and I still got some people that I follow. I reckon that they'll probably unfollow me soon because they don't see Intele Travel related stuff. And yeah, I was also re-added to that travel boom kind of thing. And then I was removed from that again when this stuff happened. So someone else again has gone through and looked for my name manually and removed me in the same 24-hour period as when I sent that message to the first girl. So that just tells you that it's like a cult, right?
Yeah, and it just makes me think, what have you got to hide as well? Like, it's so cult-like.
Yeah, like if so, because I work in visual effects, right? If someone that I didn't know messaged me and said, "Hey, I hate your company, I had a really bad experience with them," I would say, "Oh no, sorry to hear that. Please tell me more," right? Yeah. I want to know gossip. I want to know, like, tell me everything. Like I wouldn't say nope, block, and then tell everyone that at the company to delete this person on Facebook or block them on Instagram or whatever. Like it's just like it just told me all I needed to know about the community. And I made the right choice to leave because I was experiencing this as I had already left.
Exactly.
So that was just horrible. But yeah, if you ever look at the good reviews and the bad reviews on like Trustpilot and stuff like that, you'll see all the good reviews are like saying that the bad reviews are bitter and they didn't try hard enough, and all the bad reviews are saying that the good reviews are fake. So it's very hard to, yeah, I'm sure they are, but it's very hard to see like a neutral, positive thing. It's all negative or exceptionally positive. So that's why I sent you a message the other day. I think it would be quite cool if you did a little video just reacting to some of those reviews, because like I'm pretty sure some of them.
After you sent that, I had a look and I was like, they really are like the complete polar opposites, aren't they? And it's literally like either I hate like everybody, like you said, they all just call you bitter and they say, oh, they didn't work hard enough, they didn't try hard enough, they had a bad mentor. Like, no, it's the company that's what's that got to do with people not getting refunds? Because I saw a lot of that. A lot of the negative ones were people saying that customers hadn't had refunds and stuff. And I kind of thought, gosh, I'm glad I did leave, but did the right thing.
Yeah, it's just kind of like yeah, like all the reviews are just so like all the bad reviews are very detailed and they're all the exact same thing, and all the good reviews are all very a bit vague, like, oh yeah, you know, short-term vision, you know, whatever.
If you do the work.
So yeah, I'm still like, I still have some people on my page, and I'm still talking to my upline, I guess, like not actively, but like I don't know, I feel like she's going to be a bit more like you, so possibly she might realize in 2 years time, or maybe 1 year or less, that it's actually not great. Because I've spoken to her and she was like, oh yeah, like I've been doing it for 1 or 2 months, like longer than I was, but she was like, yeah, I've got 3 people booking with me right now, and you know, I have 4 people in my downline. And okay, well, 4 people is not very much, so is it? Like, if you're getting £3 per person per month from your downline, just residual income, like it's really not that much, like 12 quid.
Well, you're paying 14 to be a rep.
But she sounds so like, she sounds like it's great and she loves it, and then I shouldn't be so negative. So it is convincing that she's doing well, but like, is she doing well? I imagine not, if 97% of people you know, don't do well. So yeah.
I think even the people at the top of the pyramid, like Marcella, I'm going to do a video because I was working out how much people are paying in by the amount of people that are underneath her, and how much she gets. Even she only gets about 14% of what is being paid into her pyramid, because the rest just goes up to the CEO. So
like, I think it was Haley, actually. I think on her page, she's like, on her Facebook page, she's like a self-proclaimed top 3 earner or something. I think she said to him, she manages like 5,000 agents. So I think I worked out, okay, so 5,000 agents times what, £3? I know it's not all directly underneath her, it's like kind of further down, but like, let's say it's 5,000 times 3, it's what, 15 grand a month? Is that right? No, that can't be right. But anyway, yeah, so like, it is a lot, but at the same time, I don't know, it's not that much. Like, it's not like millions that they're talking.
No.
So it's very like hard to know like how much really this is, but I imagine in this industry, the way to make money is to look like you're making money, and you post on Facebook about how successful you are and how someone's got a promotion.
When all they've done, like, don't fake it till you make it. We don't do that in this company, but they do. They do. So
yeah. Do you know, are there any like gifts that Intele Travel gave to people? I think there was something about like a ring, like a sapphire ring or something like that.
Yeah, so Intele Travel, I don't think they give you anything. Only when you complete the dream maker and stuff, you get a little pin, but you have to pay to complete that again. So you're paying for a pin, you're not getting it from them.
It's like, what, a little thing for your t-shirt?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Tiny little pin thing. I don't know where mine are, I would get them. And then Planet, if you become a 6-figure income earner, which I think Marcella, Lucy, they get like a ruby ring, then you get a sapphire ring, then you get a Rolex, and that shows like how much money they've brought into the company for them to be able to, as a Rolex.
Yeah,
that's like compared to the people at the top.
Yeah, like, it's just a bit weird, but like it's always a bit like misleading as well, because I don't know if you know, but Arbonne are also an MLM, and I think they give away cars, you know, for free, as do FM World. But I think with these cars, you have to, like, the lease is in your name.
Yeah,
so
heard something about this. Yeah, you have to lease it in your name.
Yeah, so let's say you make all these sales every month and you're doing very well in FM World or Arbonne. They will say, okay, we recognize that you're so good. Have a car on us, but they will pay for the car, but the lease is in your name. So the moment you say, oh, you know what, I'm getting cold feet about this whole thing, I don't like this, I want to leave, they can cancel that, but that lease is still in your name. So you have to pay for that. And you can easily get into debt because a lot of these cars in these MLMs are like really expensive, like Mercedes or like these massive kind of, you know, 4-wheel drives. So like that's misleading because people will post pictures of cars on their Facebook and say, look what, you know, I'm so happy to be part of Planet Marketing and look what they gave me. Thank you so much for this, you know, like thing. But that looks like
it's very misleading.
Yeah, and like that's
the Arbonne one. They have to have Arbonne written on it 3 times as well. So you couldn't even sell it, could you? Why would you want to? You wouldn't want to buy a Merc that's got Arbonne written on it, would you?
Exactly, yeah, and it's also a bit weird because like in a regular job, we keep going back to the regular jobs, but when you get paid every month, you don't publicly thank your company.
No.
Like imagine going on Facebook and saying, "Thank you, McDonald's, for your minimum wage. It's helped me pay my bills, and you know I'm so happy for you." Like we don't do that, right? So it's kind of like this is so weird. Like I have loads of friends that do this, and I've only just like been exposed to MLMs like via Intele Travel. But like there's a FM World and there's New Skin as well.
Yeah, Valentus. That's another one with a car scheme.
I think FM World also has a car, but yeah, New Skin apparently is banned in China because in China all MLMs are banned. So that's like there's that as well. That's quite like if something is banned in China, it's going to be pretty bad.
I think it's banned in some states in America as well, and in Ireland, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah, I had what was it? Somewhere I wanted to ban them the other day. I can't remember, but yeah, I'm gonna have a look into that actually.
Yeah, so like because that is a major like piece of trivia. And yeah, there was something else as well. I can't remember what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so like if pyramid schemes are like illegal, which they say they are, and MLMs are not, I think if pyramid schemes were legal, I don't think they'd be as bad.
No,
like because like you know what you're getting into. If they're honest from the start and you might not make money, it wouldn't be so bad. It's just these MLMs that you invest. I think you said you earned about 40 pence like a minute or an hour.
An hour, yeah.
Like it's so much worse than just being in a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, because with a pyramid scheme, I think you've just got to get people in. You've not got to try and sell travel to people, have you?
There's nothing that can go wrong.
No.
If it was legal, I think it would be actually not the worst. No. Like I wouldn't speak out about against the pyramid schemes because it's just is what it is.
No, and like you say, when you tried to leave, it was trying to push it like, oh, just stay a bit longer, just stay a bit longer. Whereas with a pyramid scheme, you won't get that, would you? Because you've already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
So yeah, I've got so much awareness now for this kind of thing. I actually saw on Facebook recently. I got a friend that I used to work with, like in a bowling alley, like 10 years ago, and she posted a Facebook status, and the first thing that she said was announcement alert and a little red alarm bell. And I thought, okay, this is Intele Travel. I looked at it, I clicked see more, and yes, it was exactly the same announcement post that I posted. Like she didn't copy me, but it's like the exact same thing. It was like it was as many of you are aware, I love to travel and blah blah blah. And so when this great opportunity arose, I could not say no. So I'm now proud to announce that I'm an independent travel agent. So they're all the same because we all were kind of brainwashed, I guess, to write a specific announcement post. Like it had to be like exactly the same, full of like emojis and stuff like that. And so I messaged her and said, hey, this is an MLM, you might not do well. But obviously I didn't want to be the guy that puts a downer on the whole thing, because I know it's bad and it's bad. But if someone that is like so excited about this new opportunity, it's kind of hard to tell them not to. Like you don't want to be that guy. So it's kind of like, oh, what do I say?
That's it.
So,
I think that's why I've tried to like go with my approach, like when I've done my videos, tried to say like there's nothing against the people in the MLMs, it's the companies.
Yeah.
And you know, the deceitfulness of it all. And we're not having a go, we're not attacking the people who are in it, we're trying to help them realize and like sort of plant the seed a bit.
Yeah.
These red flags. So.
Yeah, like the anti-MLM community are actually very nice. Like
they
they
are.
all, like they're very supportive, and they're all anonymous, and they're all like, you know, they're not lying, they're just showing facts. So yeah, I didn't know what to say to my friend. I just said, oh, you know, I'd advise against it because here's my experience, blah blah blah. And she said, oh, okay, yeah, thanks for letting me know. I'll give it a go for a few months and I'll see. So she's probably going to lose 300 quid. But at least it's now in there in her head.
That's it, yeah. And
possibly this is not as good as
rather than a few years. So
exactly, yeah. And her upline was some random girl she never met on Instagram. So it was literally a hey hun message that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's what them in my old community do.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm keen to kind of raise awareness and, you know, not so just tell people that possibly are going into it that they shouldn't do it, but obviously anyone who is in it already, like I got my stepsister is in FM world, so, and she's seems like she's doing quite well, but like I can't say anything really other than
you just don't know what's well.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I can think of off the top of my head.
It's really nice talking to you, and I really appreciate like you sharing your story, because like you say, it will help so many people as well. And you know, we've got completely sort of different stories. Like I approached someone and you were approached, and yeah, like looking back, okay, yes, someone messaged me from 10 years ago and it was exactly the fourth message. It was like, oh hey, I got this amazing opportunity that I'm doing. So yeah, all the signs were there. I just, at the time, I didn't know. I was looking for a job. No, I was. Like, I was sort of like you. I'd got told in the November that I had 3 months. I was losing my job in February. Well, my January. So I was like, same. So I was like, oh, I've got 3 months to sort of find something. So when I was like you, when this came, I was like, right, yeah, I can do this. And it looks perfect on the outside, doesn't it? Like, yeah, it looks so good. And I'm even now I read reviews from people who are saying it's good. It's still kind of convincing that it is good. Like, even though I know it's probably not, it's still like I feel like I made a mistake, or sometimes like, oh, should I have left? But no, I guess that's the brainwash kind of way. Yeah, it is, unfortunately. Yeah. So I have no idea if I'm still going to be friends or be followed by the remaining people, but I do actually have some people that I met from Intele who were really nice. They were the same as me. They were basically at the bottom and they weren't doing planet marketing. So there was no financial interest in me. So they were nice. And this is one guy who I met. He's pretty cool. So hopefully he leaves soon because he's still doing it, or he gets some success. But I don't think he's gonna be rich. No, and that's the point. They keep saying, "Oh well, everybody can do it. There's enough people in the world. Everybody can be a six-figure income earner." No, they can't. Do the math. Yeah, like they say, like network marketing is like the future. But like, can you imagine if every single person in the world was part of a network marketing company? Yeah. Like, it just wouldn't work. Everyone would be pitching each other all the time, wouldn't they? It's like an economy can't run on people selling shampoos and like perfumes. Like, it's just not going to work. You still need to have restaurants and, you know, travel and, you know, corporate kind of places that provide you with your lifestyle and your kind of stuff. And they're so like, it's very anti-corporate as well. Like everything is like, oh, if you have a 9-to-5 job, you're doing something wrong with your life. That's the kind of vibe that they give in these meetings. And they're like, oh yeah, do you want to sack your boss? It's like, you know, you're not sacking your boss. You're just 23 years of your life, because that's how much it equates to. And it's like, yeah, you're not retiring early. You're just swapping jobs. Yeah, and the way that they say as well, oh yeah, when you're working at a corporate job, you're just paying somebody else. Well, that's what we were doing then. paying
Yeah.
somebody else.
Yeah. And like it's presumptuous to assume that you hate your job as well, because like I actually love my job. I'm now working on Jurassic World.
Oh my
Like,
God, really?
I can say that it's publicly announced. But yeah, I'm working on Jurassic World.
Oh wow!
Dominion. So
Congratulations,
it's like
that's amazing.
it's kind of like, this is a good job. Like, is it really better to sack my boss and go sell travel when I don't actually have an interest in other people's travel? Like,
Yeah.
it's not the same thing. Like having your fun holidays and selling someone else's holiday are just completely two separate things.
Yeah, because you don't know
Like,
what people like, do you? On the
yeah.
holiday. Everyone's got their own idea of a holiday, and that's the thing. It's so hard to gauge that, because I know what I like, but it doesn't mean that Karen down the road would like that.
Exactly. And a lot of these people were obviously single mums, so their holidays that I think were good value on Intele Travel were like those kind of family pool hotel holidays. Whereas me, I said I like Kentucky, I like the kind of backpacker thing, the hostels. I'm not going to get good value or any supplier,
especially with
that does that. So I'm just so glad I made the right choice to leave.
I am honestly, like, you sound like you're doing amazing now, and like, well done on getting your new job. Absolutely sounds amazing, and like, you're thriving. That's really good.
Yeah, I mean that's a career, whereas
exactly.
in Travel, it was never going to be a career. It was always going to be just like a little side hobby. But like I had a side hobby in my second job before. That was the tourist stuff.
Yeah.
And that was a true definition of a side hustle, because I just worked as much as I wanted and as little as I wanted, and I got the money, and that's it. I didn't do what you did and spend 800 hours like learning how to do stuff, and then never. So yeah, I'm just very anti MLM now.
Yes, me
for
too.
those
My
reasons.
eyes were opened. Well, it's been really nice speaking to you.
Yeah, it's been great.
Keep in touch. I'm already. Am I in the groups? Yeah, I'm gonna add you on Facebook.
Yeah. I joined the MLM Lies Exposed, and I joined Planet Exposed. But I followed recently, I think it was the MLM Boss Babe on Instagram. I followed you, and I followed some other people. I think it was Not Another BB or something like that. It's very interesting, because all the stuff they say are so true.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, a light bulb goes off when I see the post. I'm like, how did I not see this before?
Yeah, and like I think one of them was like, oh, if you hate network marketing so much, may I remind you that Richard Branson did it. But like Richard Branson, like that wasn't his main source of income.
No.
And he isn't doing it anymore, so it can't be that good.
No.
And like he probably had money to start with.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like, so yeah, some of those posts are just calling out posts like that. And it's nice to see that, because that really just clicks in your head, like, yes, this is what they said to me. And it's amazing how all the bad stuff is the same.
It is, isn't it? Like, if you're not in a group on Facebook, there's one called Hey Hum Ban the Scam. Are you in that one?
I've heard of it.
If you joined
but
that one.
I haven't joined it now. I might join it. Yeah.
That's a really good one. That's the one that. So I joined that back in January, and obviously I didn't do my first video till like March. But being in that group for like that 2 months, and it really helped me a lot. Like,
so you definitely made the right choice leaving, and you fully recommend to everyone else.
By the looks of it, like,
cool. Well, thanks very much anyway for talking.
It's all right. I've enjoyed it. Nice to speak to other people. So yeah,
I'm pretty sure everything I said you probably already knew anyway. But it's nice to bounce ideas around and just say,
nice. Yeah, it's nice to like speak back to someone as well, like not just talking at the camera. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cool. Well, I'll leave you to it. I think it's been an hour and a bit. So
then.
Yeah, have a good evening, and chat to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.